Well, and that's right. So like I mentioned, we're going to give you priority. This, the FKF president, Nick Mwendwa, tells me is the first time we are all going to see the KPL, that's the FKF Premier League Cup, for the first time. Pause for a bit for that to sink in. Is there a ritual you want to perform for this, or we just open it?
No, I just want them to see it.
Yeah.
Because
Talk me through it, yeah.
Yeah, that's the box that it comes in. 1 year ago, as you know, we took over the running of what was called the Kenya Premier League.
Yeah.
It is now referred to as the FKF Premier League. So it came with new branding, new approach, new everything. And one of the things we wanted to do, previously we had issues around small things like a trophy. But you know, football, Trevor, is played for the pride.
Yeah.
Is played for the fans to enjoy. Every goal that is scored, every pass is to enjoy.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you enjoy receiving at the end of a tournament or at the end of a league is a trophy. So we went a long way to craft a trophy that represents Kenya. Okay. That represents Kenyan heritage. Yeah. And we thought about what is a Kenyan heritage. We thought about the Maasai really represents us very well. Yeah. And now we have a couple of Maasais also playing in the Premier League. Yeah. And we also thought that our big 5 animals also represent Kenya very well traditionally. Yeah. So we crafted this trophy around that concept. Okay. And you're about to see it.
You say this is the first time anyone has ever seen this trophy?
Even for Citizen, we didn't allow you to take a photo. Okay. So this is the first time we are opening this trophy to anyone out there except those that were involved in crafting it. All right. And this trophy, I'm not going to hold it with my hands. Okay. I'm going to put on gloves. Okay. That has been served by the architect around with it because he thinks this is so special. So I've been given my gloves. Yeah. So that when I'm removing it from its closet, I have gloves on and I don't touch it. Okay. And they say until the captain of the team that wins this trophy is the one that will hold it without gloves. Okay. So I will remove it from its closet with these gloves that have been given and been told, please ensure that you don't touch it and usichafue your trophy. So it's in this closet. Yeah. And you can see it's the FKF Premier League. And you open it like that. And then now,
the moment we've all been waiting for.
In
3, 2, 1.
That is the trophy.
Wow.
So that box has been made also to display it.
All right.
All right. And this trophy, this is a Maasai. All right. Yeah. That Maasai is holding a football. Okay. And it is gold coated, 24 karat gold. Okay. Gold coated. All right? Yeah. And then down at the base, it has our big 5. Your lion, your rhino, you know, your leopard, your elephant. All the 5 are down there at the base. All right?
This is the first time you're all seeing
this is the first time anyone is seeing this trophy. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to remove it because it also has a story here. Yeah. That we want to tell everyone. 20 years from today, me and you will not be here. And one thing that Mzungu has been beating us at is creating memory around what they do. In 1870, they did this. Now, in 2021, even though late, this is what we did. Okay. And me and you brought it here and showed it to every Kenyan that's watching Citizen today. Okay. So I'm gonna, this trophy is 80 centimeters tall. Yeah.
How many
kgs? And it's 11 kgs heavy.
So you will see, yes.
So you will see that our players won't be lifting it hivi. Kutakuwa na njia ya kuilift kwa sababu iko na history ndani. And when I am 90 years old, 80 years old, I hope to see somebody lift it. I hope to see that a team that wins it 3 times will have it. So what I want to do is I want to remove it. It's quite heavy, so I hope I don't fall. And then I put it here. So as we talk, it's going to be here.
Yes.
And I have my gloves on.
Where was this made?
This was made in Dubai since 8 months ago. 8 months? Yes, so we designed and designed and designed back and forth with the person that was doing the design. Yeah. And finally we arrived at it. We have, this is the original trophy. And we have a replica. Which will be handed over to the winning team. Yes, and they won't stay with it for long. Yeah. They are handed over, they celebrate with it. This they will lift, then they will give it back to us. Okay. They will give them the replica for them to enjoy with their fans. Yeah. They will then return the replica, will keep it. Yeah. If they win it 3 times, fortunately, they will keep this original away with them. And we will make another one. Okay. Yes. How much is this? I didn't want to talk about how much it is worth. Give me a range. But it's a couple of dollars. Give me a range. It's a couple of thousands of dollars. All right? We really went out of our way to make sure that it's, you're talking upwards of 50. Upwards of $50,000. Yes, to make sure that we have a trophy that represents what Kenya is. That's more than 5 million shillings. Yes, and took a long time to make it. So, may I remove it now? Yeah, you may remove it. If I don't fall when I'm trying to do it. I'll stay away from you so that you don't blame me if it's 11 kgs. Yes, I wanted to put it there. For the first time, an 11 kg, 24 karat FKF for the first time, the massa is there. Yeah. And the captain of the team will hold the base. Yeah. We are probably going to make another base so that they can hold it up. But for now, they lift it up like that. That's your lion there. And that's your buffalo there. Yeah. See the elephants. Yeah, that's the elephant there. And the rhino. That's your leopard, and that's a rhino. Yeah. So around the base is our heritage, what we bring people in this country about. Yeah. And the Maasai has really been a great representative for Kenya. We want anyone who goes out there to know that our league is our heritage as well. All right. Yes. And what's the story behind here? So you'll be able to read. I don't know if the camera can zoom in and see. Yes. So it talks about the inaugural season. And then Magical Kenya is well known for its rich heritage and vibrant culture of the Maasai people. Yeah. Undoubtedly one of the most famous traditional cultures on earth. And the big 5 animals, okay? The early animals hunters considered most difficult and dangerous animals to hunt on foot in Africa: the lion, the cheetah, the rhino, the elephant, and buffalo. It goes on to talk about how we put this. The trophy made by Crystal Ark of UAE. It was made in the UAE. And the story reverberates there. We want people to read this 50 years from today and know that it was thought and thought through. Yeah. So this is story of the FKF Premier Cup. Yeah, let's give it there and open the phone lines. 0719 777 This is a conversation we're going to have in terms of football as we marvel at this right there. But Nick, you know, even in the Olympics, there's football. Yes. We didn't qualify. Yes. Why? I will answer a lot of that. Not this done, not this done. I want to say this. You know, football is not a game. You've heard Mike speak there about preparation that didn't happen and why our teams are not doing well. And I want to tell you that for 30 years before I took over, we never prepared anything. For example, you can't have schools and education when you have no teachers. Trevor, you can't. Yeah. We had no teachers of the game. So we trained 2,000 teachers so they can go and train our kids. Yeah. And you can imagine, if you put kids in class 1, they need some 18 years for them to qualify for university, isn't it? So the first thing we did, we said, we cannot run and pretend that we are going to compete at the World Cup when we have not made the teachers, when we have not made the referees to help us with officiating the game, and when we have not trained our kids. So we went back to under 13, under 14, and we knew that this is a long game. When I came here, I never promised that we'll be in the World Cup by now. I never promised we'll be in the Olympics by now because I understood the problem, because I was doing that for 20 years. So we are not in the Olympics. We were knocked out actually by Sudan, who were knocked out by Nigeria, because only few countries in Africa go to the Olympics. Not only that, we have not been to the World Cup. Again, why? Because we went back and understood that our pool of talent was not enough. So what are we doing? Now we have trained coaches. They went for the most basic of training. We have finished that. Now they've gone to the little bit advanced called a C license.
Yeah.
We have finished that. And for the first time in Africa, CAF has authorized us to train CAF B license to advance our coaches, because you need high knowledge to train our players.
Yeah.
You can see now we are bringing things like this in our league. And for the first time, most players who are playing for the national team come from our local league. As opposed to before, when we were having to call up the same players all the time playing in the foreign leagues.
Yeah.
Remember, in Kenya, the story is very different. We don't have many players playing in the foreign leagues. We have few, not like Senegal. In Senegal, their league is poor, but their team is lethal. Because all their players, since when they are 13, wako wapi? Wako maju. Sasa wakiwaita kutoka huko, when there are 22 players from, they have 50 players who can choose from. We don't have. We only have 9, 13. We have been recycling them. Now, we are bringing these kids, trying to make this league so that they can play in this league. And for the first time, we are calling them up and playing them. It's going to take time, but we are doing very well on that front.
But even then, Nick, you mentioned tacticians, for example, and even that has been riddled with a lot of scandals. Francis Kimanzi, for example, you let him go. And many people say that tacticians who don't see things the way you see them, you let them go regardless of their talent.
You know, this is Citizen TV. I doubt you'd be seated there if you don't share the vision and strategy of the leadership of this house. So I think that's a point about leadership. But I want to explain to you about tacticians. Tacticians on their own don't take you to the World Cup. The infrastructure you build, like roads, like hospitals, is what takes you to the World Cup. So we are building the infrastructure, Trevor, so that whichever tactician will come tomorrow, they have the raw material to take us where we want. We are asking them to come, yes, to try and do. And in 2019, Trevor, what did we do? We went to the Cup of Nations for the first time in 15 years. Because we are doing some work. But I've been telling Kenyans, the work we are really doing is a work huko mashinani. Hiyo ya kutrain nao makochi, nao watoto wadogo, hiyo ndio job. Na hiyo job itakuja kama mimi nishaenda. It is possible, Trevor, that we can cry here over tacticians. And tacticians get fired every day for different reasons. All right? In every country, tacticians will leave for different reasons. We have kept 4 tacticians ourselves in the period, and we are happy with what we have done so far. Now, we have a new vision. We are bringing in the local talent, working with a local coach for now to see what we can do on our own, because we think there's something. Is it enough? I can tell you it's not enough. So I'll be back on your bench again, Trevor, another day, talking about that maybe this year we didn't make it again, but I will be showing you a 14-year-old. I will show you a John Jogona, who we took at 14 and now has played at Sekafa. I'll be showing you evidence of the work we are doing over time that then will culminate like England. These kids you have seen have gone to the Euro final. Why? Under 19 champions. Why? Under 17 champions. That's the work.
But there's still many people who say that even that system is flawed, because are you happy with the grassroots recruitment of the next crops? Because the under 17 that you're talking about, under 20, under 23, they haven't progressed past Sekafa, Nick.
I can tell you, when we make youth teams, we don't make them so that they can progress past that stage, Trevor. No, we make them to identify them and nurture them. All right? When you're playing against the West Africans and the other big countries who will bring you 28-year-olds to play your true 17-year-olds, you are not looking for results from these kids. You're looking for them to earn the accolade, to learn how, what you had Mike say there, to represent their flag and to play there. So I'm not worried about our youth teams not qualifying, Trevor. And I can tell you, you shouldn't be worried, because me and you never did the job before. So why are we demanding right now that we get success from them when they haven't? But they haven't done badly. Because now this is second semi-final, been kicked out. Last year but one was semi-final as well. When you look in many areas, we are progressively making the steps we need to. But we need to nurture much more talent so that our coaches have a big pool to choose from. That's what we are doing, Trevor. So I accept the criticism, but I'm saying we are not gonna solve a 70-year-old problem, a 60-year-old problem with a stroke in 3, 4, 5 years. It's a 10-year job, Trevor. And we're gonna do it, and we are doing it. And part of the reason why I'm bringing this to you is to say, before, what were we fighting for? Trophy zilikuwa zinapotea, saa zingine hata trophy hakuna. Na hii ndio kitu wachezaji wetu wanapigania Trevor at the end of the season. So these are the things I'm happy to talk about, and I'm happy to take criticism about, but I'm happy also to explain that we are systematically and strategically attacking that front, not for next year. Okay. No. But for 10 years from today, when maybe me and you will not be.
All right. I'll allow phone calls right about now, 719 777 777. You can call in and speak to the FKF President live. But many people are also wondering, we have the Rashid from Butere is actually calling right now. Rashid, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead, Rashid.
I have an observation to make.
Yes.
As the FKF, Nick Mwendwa says,
yes,
we are nurturing talent, but I've been following it up from the local level, as he puts it.
Yeah.
We do not have a league being played at the local level.
Okay.
And we do not have that mentality of people playing, the kids playing for the ball or the tournament.
Yeah.
We have several tournaments being played across the country.
Okay.
But we do not have that league. And you know, for a player to be get enough, we need a league that will gauge the consistency and the effectiveness and the efficiency of that player.
Okay.
We allow politicians to come with the tournaments and other like things. We will not nurture the talent. So I'm begging let the body come down and have a league from even the sub-county level, so that by the end of the day, we will keep those kids busy.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Rashid. Rashid is speaking about the local leagues.
I thought that he was talking about youth leagues.
Yeah.
Because when you hear his question, he's talking about the young kids, and he's talking about the young kids. We have what we call county leagues and sub-county leagues. Those are the leagues that we have created rules for our kids, our under-17s and under-16s to play in.
Yeah.
Every county also now has its own youth competition.
Okay.
And every year, we are having finals picking the best kids. Okay. So perhaps I hear what he's saying. I think the point he's making is what I've been speaking to you about, that the real essence of building a truthful big nation in football is back in creating those kids, in working on those kids. And I hear what he says, but I say to him, let's go to our county leagues. Okay. Let's go to our sub-county leagues, which exist today, and where football is being played, and where our youthful kids are taking part in numbers. And for the first time, we have sponsors. In that level, we are giving footballs away, we are giving kit away, we are doing it. It is not adequate, Trevor, because the resources are not enough. But we have already built the base and continue to work on it. And I think that's, I want to point that because that's important.
Yeah, but Nick, you have to admit that there's also a bit of management problems. Yeah, we have 2022 World Cup qualifiers coming up soon. Harambee Stars are supposed to face Uganda, Rwanda, and Mali. But Adel Amrouche, the former Harambee Stars head coach, has not been paid his dues.
No, they have not.
And you are spending the upwards of 50,000 USD on a trophy.
They have not informed you properly, Trevor. They need to inform you properly. Adel Amrouche has been already paid.
When was he paid?
About 2 months ago. And the story of Adel Amrouche, I've spoken to it about it so much. So Kenya is in the World Cup qualifiers. And that is already a story that's behind it by far. We're playing Uganda on 1st of September. Then we're going to go on and play Rwanda. Then we will play Mali. We are busy looking at our team, looking at our local players, all right? Having conversations with the technical bench, how we can take further the performance we played away in Togo and won, how we can make it better. The stories about Adel Amrouche's of this world have been finished. We have since paid those kind of coaches through a lot of problems, because it's not our problem, we created ourselves, but we have since cleared that problem. It's no longer a Kenyan problem anymore. We are looking forward to Harambee Stars now, performing well in those qualifiers. We feel that it's possible we can get to Qatar. We are working to get into the Qatar World Cup next year.
So you're saying he's been paid the upwards of 80 million plus, because first it was about 100, then it was reduced to 80.
Yes.
That has been clear.
That has been clear.
You're confirming this one.
That has been paid.
Okay.
And finished.
Right.
We are done with Adel Amrouche. You know, for 5 years before I came here, this problem existed.
Yeah.
We couldn't solve it. We have solved it. and Adela Mrusha has been paid.
Okay.
And that is finished with FIFA and everybody. Kenya is squarely in the qualifiers for 2022 World Cup next year.
We have another caller.
Working on that. Yes.
Wycliffe from Kakamega. Wycliffe, good evening.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Wycliffe, with your comment or question.
Even Wendwa.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. I have 3 questions to our president.
Yes, very briefly, really quick.
If you allow me to question in Kiswahili, I'll be happy.
Yes, go ahead.
Swali ya kwanza nauliza ni Kimwendwa.
Yes.
Why national team ikichezwa wanaita wachezaji kutoka nje, wanatumia ticket ya ndege kama wachezaji 10 kuna wanakuja na lose, na tumetumia pesa nyingi sana kuwaita. Kwa nini tusitumia wa local player wacheze tu?
Okay.
Point number 2, question number 2 ni hii. Yani president wa football Kenya na club kwa Premier League ya Kenya, is that fair? Yani president ana interest kwa hiyo ligi, kuna haki kweli?
Okay.
Question number 3, nini inafanyika majority ya wachezaji wengi sana Kenya kwa Premier League ya walipu, including club yake Harambee Stars? Shida inaweza kuwa wapi?
Okay.
That's my question I have for him.
Sawa.
So the first question,
yes.
The first
Mbona
question
mnatumia watu tickets wa wachezaji kutoka nje instead of using local?
And I think when I started the conversation, I told you that the problem we've been having is that we didn't have a big enough pool of local high-level players that the coaches who were there could call upon. And indeed, tulienda 2019 Cup of Nations na hao wachezaji kutoka huko nje wa Kenya. So they've also done something. All right? But now, if you look at our last 2 matches, ukiangalia kama Togo, it was mostly 90% local players walicheza. Kwa hivyo kumjibu ni kwamba tayari hawa local players wa FC Leopards na Wazito na Kariobangi Sharks na Mathare tayari wanacheza katika national team. But tunataka tuendelee kuwachezesha kwa hii ligi waende juu zaidi so that we can rely on them. All right?
That's one.
So hiyo ni swali ya kwanza.
Ya pili.
Swali ya pili,
wewe mwenyewe uko na club.
Hiyo ni tatu lakini nitaanza na hiyo.
Hiyo ni ya pili. Conflict of interest, wewe mwenyewe uko na club na wewe ni president
sasa
wa FKF.
Sasa nataka kukuambia hivi. Singekuwa na wewe hapa kama singekuwa na hiyo club inaitwa Kariobangi Sharks. Kwa sababu singechaguliwa.
Lakini kuna conflict of interest.
Nisikia tu. Hii ni story najibu kila siku Trevor, ni kukuinform tu waja kuinform. Kwa sababu mimi nilichaguliwa kwa sababu nilikuwa chairman wa Kariobangi Sharks. Ndio wanichaguliwa. Ukiangalia hapa Afrika kuna maraisi 12 wana vilabu kama mimi kwa country zao. Senegal, Sierra Leone, and many naweza kutaja. Kuwa na klabu katika ligi. CAF president mwenyewe klabu yake ni ya Sundowns. Hawezi kuacha sasa kwa sababu we have told him to take up the job. You understand? So we all have clubs. But there is no unfairness that is permeated because someone has a club. Because now, as opposed to before, mambo ya wale watu walikuwa huku kitambo, we have a structure in place that governs the game. And we have a FIFA ethics in place, and we have a CAF ethics in place that ensures that the CAF president hawezi kusaidia timu yake South Africa kucheza katika ligi. And therefore, hiyo swali kwangu ni swali nitaendelea kuwa nao because sasa sitatupa Kariobangi Sharks kwa sababu nimekuwa president.
Swali la mwisho ilikuwa payment
ya wachezaji. Wacha nijabu. Na ni vizuri umekuja kwa mambo ya pesa. Nataka kukava mambo ya pesa holistically. Kuna swali ya our league. Sasa tuko na sponsorship. $3.4 million sponsorship. This is the Betkin Premier League. The Betkin Premier League, hawa wanatulipa $2.2 million. And then hiyo nyingine 1.2 tunapata kutoka kwa Star Times. Unaweza kuona sasa the Premier League, you can watch it on Star Times. 80 matches have been already broadcasted live this season. 100 matches.
Mbona mlipi wachezaji?
Nisikia nikuelezea. So katika hii pool ya pesa tunapatia teams 8 million shillings per year. Nataka unifuate vizuri. Klabu kama Gor Mahia inahitaji 100 million shillings a season kuendesha hiyo club. Sisi tunawapatia ngapi? 8. Then sponsorship yao wanapata kitu kama 60. Unaelewa? Being our top club wako na deficit ya pesa nyingi
kama 40 million.
Wako na deficit kubwa. And this situation ime exist kwa Kenyan football miaka nyingi. Lakini tutoke hapa Kenya. nikupatie example. Na nikwambia hii shida, football huenda wale watu wana passion na kutumia pesa yao katika football. 80% ya vilabu duniani, Trevor, people invest in those clubs. It is not a place to go and make money out of. I can tell you, Kariobangi Sharks is a place where I have put my hard-earned money to help those boys and to help the game because I love it. I can tell you Homeboys of Kakamega does the same. I can tell you that Sofapaka does the same. And many of the other clubs you're seeing, including AFC and Gor Mahia in South Africa. So let's come to mtu akishinda hii trophy, tutampatia 5 million shillings.
Okay.
I'm hearing from many quarters that it is too little. That hiyo 5 million iongezwe ni kidogo sana. In South Africa, the winner anapewa 109 million shillings. In the English Premier League, the winner anapewa 34 million pounds. Now nikichukua English Premier League, the champion of the English Premier League, prize ya kununua defender mmoja kama sasa huyu anaitwa Varane ametoka Real Madrid amekwenda Manchester. Prize yake ni 35 million pounds. Lakini ligi akishinda wanapewa ngapi? 35 million pounds. Kwa hivyo anatengeza profit aje. The point I'm making to you is this. Football around the world is not generally a profitable sport. But there are countries like Germany that have done better in spending and using their money for their funds. It is a sport for the funds. You understand? So what are we doing? We are working to increase the sponsorship. Hizi teams, hii pesa, mimi nikiwa hapa kwa ofisi natarajia siku moja ndawapatia 25 million kila team. Is it happening right now? No. But is it better than before? Yes, because hizi team hazijawahi pewa ile pesa tunawapatia leo in the history of Kenyan football, Trevor. You understand? And that is why some teams are going, saa zingine hakuna pesa. Hii COVID ilifanya sponsors wengine wengi, hata nyinyi huku kwa media mmesafa. Some sponsors walked away. In football, even worse, many sponsors walked away. And therefore, that's why it's happening, that there are some players and some officials are party pesa.
Let's pick up a call from Judy, calling from Nairobi.
Okay.
Judy, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead with your comment or question.
My comment was, I only want to congratulate the president for the good work he's doing.
Okay.
From the time he took over football in Kenya, we've seen a lot of improvement. There are so many trainings of referees, coaches, which is so good. I'm happy.
Asante.
And I can only encourage him to take our football to a next level.
Okay. Thanks, Judy.
Hiyo
ni comment. Kuna mafans pia, lakini ulikuwa unaongea juu ya story ya
nilikuwa naongea story ya pesa ile tutapeana
for the Thika Queens walipewa 350,000.
Nakuja hapa
sasa unasema kuna 5 million.
Nakuja hapa kwa
so uko na change yao kama 4.7.
Kwa sababu hata ukiangalia duniani winner wa World Cup, Trevor, France 2018, they were given $50 million. World Cup men is the biggest event in the world in anything. Kubwa kuliko Olympics hiyo umeona Mike. Women, unajua FIFA wanapeana pesa ngapi? Kwa women? 4 million. All right? I'm trying to tell you that football ya wasichana na wanaume commercially na kwa sponsorship kuna difference kubwa. But nasema hivi, yote is growing. Do you know your 350,000 umesema tulipatia Vihiga Queens? Ni record. Mbeleni walikuwa wanapewa maji. Sisi tumewapatia ngapi? 350. Tuko na zero sponsor kwa women. But tumechukua pesa ya men tukapatia women. Of course, Trevor, it is not enough. Okay? So tunasema aje, tunatafuta sponsor na vile hii sport inaendelea ikigrow, soon nitakuja hapa nikwambie napatia women 5 million. Na nakwambia kuhusu hao women wanakuja kuenda World Cup soon. It is possible Kenya itaenda men World Cup 22 na women World Cup 2023. Because for the women World Cup, we are 4 matches away, Trevor. Kwenda kwa women. So we take women very seriously because tuko na Women Premier League, tuko na Division 1, tuko na Regional League, na Starlets wetu kama unakumbuka the last competition at FKF, sisi ndio tulishinda. 2016 tulikuwa Cup of Nations. Tulitolewa na mambo ya uongo ya Equatorial Guinea kuenda 2019 Cup of Nations. Kwa hivyo nasemaje? Kwa women tumegrow. They never used to have a league. Alafu sisi tunaweka wasichana kwa hoteli the same, tunawalipa the same kama wanaume, tunaweka kwa hoteli the same. Of course criticism ya kuambiwa hata hii 5 million nimeambiwa ni kidogo. Hiyo 350 pia itakuwa ngapi? Kidogo. But I am saying this. Kuna overall progress ya kubuild hawa wasichana kubwa sana, because mimi for 21 years now nimekuwa hapa kwa football. I've never left football any season. I've been here. So I know the difference. Not just me, but the people who take part in it. Is it enough, Trevor? I'm repeating to you that it is not enough. But I'm telling you ni kama usiku na mchana. Ile mambo ilikuwa hapa mbeleni hao wasichana walikuwa wanalala kwa changing room Kasarani, wamejificha kwa maji. Siku hizi tunaweka kwa 5 star na tunawalipa the same rates na wanaume, na tunaweka kwa ndege kama wanaume, na tunawatrainisha in the same way as the women, as the men do. So there is parity, and there is equity in the way we are doing
progress, that's what you're saying.
Major progress in the way we are doing. And that's why today I brought this here, because I want to say to Kenyans, while we have many problems, while there is a lot I would like we have done, there are 18,000 clubs in this country today. And I can tell you 95% of those clubs is a watu kama wewe, Trevor. You work here at Citizen, alafu you are 20,000 every shillings, unatuma huko ushago, unapatia team, unanunua mpira, they play. They register in the league, they make a big talent, like Michael Olunga. You see what I mean? And that way, then, we grow the game. 18,000 clubs. Do we have enough to give them? We don't have enough. Do we have enough to give those kids? We don't have enough. Have we made steps? However, Trevor, we have made major steps compared na zile miaka ilikuwa imepita hapo mbele.
Yes. Jaro Soja from Gor Mahia anajaribu kunipigia, nasikia line iko busy sana. Let's just pick the line that's coming through right now. Here there's another line coming through. Who's on call? All right, let's see. Let's bring up the feedback, and also let's not forget the guys on Twitter. Hashtag is JKLIVE. Brian from Vihiga says, kindly ask the president, what are the measures put in place to ensure those county or sub-county leagues are running smoothly? For example, the Vihiga County League is marred with full of walkovers. Okay. I am being
to go with that?
Yes, very, very briefly.
We have a structure like the national one. Pale kwa mashinani tuko na county zetu 48. Na kwa kila county kuna leadership na executive wanaendesha mpira pale. Kama kuna complaint specific kuhusu maybe a league or something, we can look at it specifically. But I can tell you this, hizi ligi zinachezwa na vilabu nyingi sana. All right? I can tell you more than 1,000 clubs zinacheza kwa county leagues leo. 1,000 clubs. Kwa kila weekendi, there are so many matches, and so the football is on. And ukitembea utaona wamevaa uniform, tukawapatia football, tukawafanyia. Kwa hivyo kama kuna kitu specific kuhusu Vihiga, of course I'm happy to take the response about it, but I can tell you in every of our 48 leagues, football inaendelea na inachezwa kila weekend, and it has grown because we never used to be 48. We were 20. With the last elections, we increased them to 48 counties. We split Nairobi into 2, so that tukakuwa na 48 bala kukuwa na
Mkala Mwamboza anasema ambio Mbija muulize kwa nini trophy ni ya bei ghali na ligi prize money bado ni kidogo. Priority kama federation wangeweka wapi?
Nimerudia mambo ya kuna perception mbaya. Kwa duniani prize money ikuangi ya kupatia team so that they can recover their cost. Nimekuambia Gor Mahia wanatumia 100 million. Wanahitaji 100 million. Sasa kwa hivyo lazima nifanye hii ligi kuwe basi 100 million so that they can recover their money. There is a wrongful thinking that the prize money of a league should be money that makes a club recover its cost in the league. That is not the case anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, in the English Premier League wanapata 34 million, lakini wana spend mchezaji mmoja hiyo 34 million. Kwa hivyo hii perception ya Wakenya kuona kwamba the important thing ni hii trophy kuliko hata hiyo prize money, because hii ni pride ya fans. Wakiinua juu wanasema this is the only trophy of the FKF Premier League. When I win it, I'm the only one that has won it. Kwa hivyo ambie Mkala kidogo hiyo narrative tuibadilishe. Hakuna siku kutakuwa, there is no day that the winner of the league will receive enough money to recover the cost of the league. What about the guy who's last in the league? He also participated and lost money.
Nick, why isn't Gor Mahia representing Kenya in the Kagame Cup?
Kwa sababu sasa hata mimi nashangaa sana, Trevor.
Pia wewe unashangaa?
Nilijua utaniuliza hiyo swali. Na mimi nashangaa sana. Kuna mtu ana represent Kenya anaitwa Tusker katika Champions League. Hii Kagame kila inchi inaleta representative wao wa nini? Wa Champions League. Tutapeleka Gor aje? Shida iliyetoka hapa. When our league haikuwa imefika nusu, we had said the winner then was the previous champion. Kwa hivyo kama Kagame ingekuja huo wakati, tungeweka nani? Gor Mahia. But since tushapeana jina ya Tusker katika Champions League, sasa tutachukua aje Gor tuwapeleke Kagame Cup? Hivyo ndio wanataka. Gor wameshinda cup inaitwa FKF Cup.
But who's the defending champions, Nick?
We are not taking the defending champion. We are taking our representative in the Champions League, Trevor. Hiyo siasa waache kukuletea. Warudi kwa kiwanja, watafute do, wachapane. Confederation inakuja. Wameshinda Confederation juzi, wajipange na Confederation. Tusker wameshaenda Champions League, Tusker wanaenda kurepresent Kenya katika Kagame. Itakaa namna gani ikiwa kila inchi inapeleka representative wao wa Champions League na sisi tunaleta ile mwaka mwingine? Ni maneno tu ya siasa dogo dogo, lakini mimi nataka uelewe wakiuliza pia ni rightful.
Yeah.
But I think wameshinda kuanzia 2013 Gor Mahia wameshinda mara 4 ligi na wameenda Champions League hiyo miaka yote. Sasa wako Confederation. Yeah. So wapigania hiyo bwana.
Okay. Let's bring up another caller. I know there's a lot coming through. Or do we go with the tweets first? John from Laikipia. Joel from Laikipia. Good evening, Joel.
Evening.
Yes, go ahead with your comment or question, Joel. Sawa, tuende kazi.
Ameulizaje?
Sorry?
Hii mambo na county league.
Yes.
County league.
Nalipa about 20k.
Okay.
Sasa huwa ina mashindo wewe inaenda. Nyeti hawezi kama ya wenye unalipa wao wenyewe walipe referee, wachezaji tunabidi ni kubwa ya kutafuta hadi ya kwenda away game.
Yeah.
Sasa hiyo ndo nauliza venye tu malefa hadi hiyo bideni ndio timu yenyewe ndio inalipa malefa.
Sawa. Okay. Take a go at that very briefly.
Fair question.
Yeah.
Lakini vile nimekuambia Trevor, timu zote za grassroots huwa na mtu kama wewe anafanya kazi hapa.
Yeah.
Ikifika weekend anawatumia 20,000 ya kuenda game. Kwa sababu economy ya football hapa Kenya, kama pesa haitoshi kwa Harambee Stars, haitoshi kwa Gor Mahia, ile club iko Laikipia huko chini. Do you see now hapo kuna shida? Pesa itatosha aje? So what normally happens, clubs need to come up with ways ya kuraise pesa katika funds wao na membership zao na wakuwe na economic activities zile zinaendesha nini, na kuna clubs zimefanya successfully.
Yeah.
Albeit si mingi, lakini kuna clubs zimefanya successfully. Huyo jamaa anauliza, anasema wanalipa ligi na wanajipeleka kucheza ligi na walipa referee.
Yeah.
Wakikosa kufanya hivyo, hiyo nimekwambia those clubs are 18,000.
Yeah.
You tell me.
You can't reach all.
You tell me sasa hizo club tutazilipia namna gani? Okay. Kama tunapigania kwanza Harambee Stars na Harambee Starlets zikuwe nini? Zikuwe sawa hapa Kenya.
Okay.
Unaona kuna shida hapo.
Fair
Kama tunasema hawa wachezaji wa Premier League,
yeah.
Umesikia jamaa akisema saa zingine walipwi. Na ni ukweli. Saa zingine these clubs are owned by individuals. When the individual suffers doesn't have money, Trevor, which is normal,
yeah.
Team ita suffer.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Until we get to a level where tutakuwa na sponsorship ya kutosha, na ndio nimekuambia target yangu ni 25 million per club. Tukiwa na hiyo, I know I can even impose a minimum wage in the league, which we do not have today. Hatuna minimum wage. 1, 2, mambo ni mengi, Trevor, because tunahitaji baka medical cover.
Yeah.
Tumeimpose hapa kwa Premier League kusema tuweke medical cover. Lakini kama club haijalipa mshahara miezi 4, italipa medical cover aje?
Okay. Fair
So
point.
kazi ni ku-increase nini?
Yeah.
Hii pesa.
Okay.
Ndio sasa tufanye hii kazi nyingine.
So, let's bring up another caller or another tweet or another text. There's so much coming through. I'm trying to ensure I try and touch on everyone. Simba Joseph says most of the teams nearly do not have funds and have been playing matches in stadiums with just a handful of people. COVID, no COVID. What could be the problem? Very briefly, funds.
I can tell you this.
Yeah.
Kwa grassroots, Trevor,
yeah.
Fans wamejaa. Mimi hata nimekuja kuogopa hii maneno ya COVID. Unaenda kwa kiwanja, imefunguliwa, it's open, you cannot impose kwa uweke security because hata pesa hakuna. Unapata fans wafanya nini? Unaambia jamaa tuvae mask.
Yeah.
Lakini ukweli ni umewaambia wacheni kuja mechi, lakini wanakuja wanasimama huko mbali. Utaenda kuwatoa kwa classroom, wamesimama juu, utaenda kuwatoa. Kwa hivyo fans,
yeah.
Sisi kwa grassroots wako. Hapa kwa Premier League na kwa Super League ndio hakuna fans.
Okay.
Kwa sababu tunafuata very strict COVID protocol kuhakikisha kwamba hii maneno ya hii ugonjwa, unajua it's been a problem for us, as you know. Now COVID, you have heard what Mike has said, people training in groups. You've heard what he has said about getting there late and not training together. It is the same thing that has happened to football. We have lost a lot of time with COVID na hizi mambo za lockdown, as I speak to you, 13 counties now are not playing football. Zile ziliwekwa kwa lockdown. So now we are moving the teams from there. Zinakuja zinacheza Nakuru, zinarudi Homa Bay. Ndio at least football ifanye nini? Iendelee. And even then we have to observe very strict testing, vaccination. Wachezaji wote wa NSL na wa Premier League, they've been tested. Which is one of the things we are proud to have achieved, because mimi, I have my jabs, my players all have their jabs. At least it's something to achieve to allow football to continue to be played. Kwa hivyo ukisema mambo ya COVID imetusumbua sana. It has been a real big thing now in football the last 2 years now. And it has really made a lot of people suffer. Sponsors have left their clubs because of failure to have, and therefore players have gone hungry, and officials because of this COVID-19.
Now that we're still there, how come you haven't given the list of the numbers?
What numbers?
Of COVID-19, those who test, whether they're positive or negative, how many are there? And have you banned Jaro Soja from attending?
That's smart.
Jaro Soja anasema timu
Who is Jaro Soja?
It's a text I'm getting. Mimi nasoma vitu zenye nimetumiwa Jaro Soja.
I think it's a fan, but fans are not going to the stadium. How would he be asking about going to the stadium now? It's a small issue. But let me tell you about COVID-19. We have vaccinated all players. And for that reason, then we take a test, but only at the end of the season. So we no longer need now to test them every week. But before we vaccinated them, we used to test them and we used to share the numbers. Once government ilisaidia tukavaccinate players wote wasichana, NSL, Women Premier League na FKF Premier League. Nowadays we don't need to routine this because pia ni expensive. Na mtu kama ashapata vaccine, you don't need to test them all the time. Kwa hivyo tumefanya hivyo, then we are following strictly. Hakuna fans, ni officials peke yake kwa kiwanja. Then tuko na fumigation, inafanywa, tuko na sanitization, inafanywa. I think in terms of COVID-19 protocol is one of the things we have done so well. National team Harambee Stars pia hakuna fans. Ndio maana umeona magames mchezo na mafans wako kuja. Hopefully next year tukianza kufanya 2022, hopefully next year fans watakuja. Tumeona kuna sport zingine wanapata fans, lakini sisi tumesema tufuate protocol strictly.
Can we sneak in one more phone call and maybe one more tweet as we wind up on this? Let me bring up a tweet if it's there. Kindly ask the president, when will he start putting up academies? One line. That's Oduba Brian.
So, Federation does not put up academies. Currently, we have about 200 academies that have been installed and run by individuals. All right? These academies are in different regions. In Nairobi, you will have the most of them that are here. Wakina Ujuzi, Wakina Likindogo. These academies are there. So we are nurturing our kids, and you can take your kid to the next academy if you want. The academies exist. We cannot run them. We don't run them. These are private ventures of people who want to nurture players and in future make some business out of those players. The infrastructure is there. The rules are there. The legislation is there. So now we just need people to go in there and do it, because the federation cannot install academies on its own.
Let's talk about football integrity, and there's match fixing, a lot of issues coming through. In fact, there's a text from Alila. Alila is saying, ask him why he took Zoo to FIFA, yet they were the whistleblowers on the match fixing.
So let me avoid talking about individuals and individual clubs, because these clubs are all my clubs. If I begin talking about a specific case about a club here, I think we'll be wrong. But let me talk about match fixing. Match fixing ni shida.
So there are clubs that are being investigated now?
Yes. Shida imekuwa.
How many?
I think about 3 or 4. But so one of our clubs was banned by FIFA and demoted by FIFA, relegated by FIFA because of match fixing. I can't go in the details because I'm not allowed to do that. But I want to say this. There are match fixers in Asia who contact players and officials. It's not a very widespread problem, but it has occurred sparsely in our league. Then unapewa pesa, unaambiwa wewe dakika 15 toa mpira nje. You don't think it's harmful. Wewe dakika 15 Trevor, hiyo mpira make sure between 15 to 16 minutes wewe toa nje. Ama ikikuja kama una defend, wewe make sure ni corner. Na wewe kona zako utoe ngapi? 3. So unaona defender anakuja, mpira inapigwa, anatoa moja, anatoa ingine, ya 3 anatoa. Kumbe kuna mtu amemcontact akamwambia afanye aje. Kumbe kuna mtu anangojea kuweka bet ya kona ngapi? 3. Unanipata Trevor? It's not widespread,
but it is there.
But we have identified spots of it.
And what are you doing to fix it?
So what we're doing with it for it is this. FIFA have an integrity unit. They have been here now 4 times. They have trained our people. We have conducted workshops with the Premier League. If you remember, in March, we had a big workshop for the Premier League and its players and their chairman. We have an integrity unit, ile ina work na FIFA, katika FKF. And when these things happen, there is data. In the betting world, kuna data, FIFA wanapata and they share with us. Na hivyo ndio kama wachezaji wako wamekuwa na abnormal behavior kwa mechi, watashikwa tu. So do not think you will fix ukose kupatikana. Utapatikana. The beauty is that most of our clubs, hata hii maneno hawajui. Wanashangaa tukienda when we go to the forums and tell them these things happen, most of them are shocked. Because it's not a widely spread problem as some people want to put it. But I can tell you, Trevor, it is there. We have an integrity unit. We have a gentleman who fully runs with it. And we have been with FIFA. FIFA is the one that acts on this. So FIFA advises you. FIFA comes and interviews them, and the chairman and the players. And if there is wrongdoing, FIFA acts the way they did with Zukaricho.
All right. Let's bring up one more tweet as we wind up on this, and maybe one more call if we can. Jay Juma says, what plans does Nick Mwendwa have to ensure legends like Dennis Oliech are not only incorporated in youth mentorship, but also don't go broke?
Well, sasa, sisi ndo the first federation. Tumeleta legends now who are called former players. We are offering them training as coaches in droves. All right? You know about Mike Baraza, the former Harambee Stars striker, has been Sofapaka coach and now is Equity Bank coach. You know about Osborne Mande. You know about James Tuma. All these guys, Tuma were trained. Wakuwe nini? Ma coaches. And many of them I can mention. Musa Utiana of this world, they are now coaches. They were players before. Hivo, their life here baadaye, they can become coaches. All right? Sasa, kuna shida ingine. Wewe, Trevor, you work here at Citizen today. When you retire from Citizen, what does the media fraternity do for you? The answer is nothing. Kwa sababu wakati ulikuwa unafanya kazi, unafaa kufanya nini? Kujipanga. Hiyo ndio message tuko nayo difficulty hapa kwa football. So we are trying to train our players that when you're playing, because you have a career of about 15 years, jaribu ujijenga. Ukuwe na biashara. Uwe na training nyingine na understanding. Maisha ya football ikiisha at 38 or 39, unaingia kwa maneno ingine. That is the only solution kwa hiyo shida. Lakini unaona kama Dennis Oliech sasa, yeye amekuwa mjanja. Ameanza kufanya tournament and we have allowed him. Ako na tournament moja kubwa sana sasa hapa Nairobi West. Is it enough? The answer is no. But can he do it repeatedly and be a tournament organizer every year? That can make him a living. That's what we are doing in our federation. Na ku-encourage. Lakini hii swali ya kusema former player, sasa wasaidiwe. Tayari wale existing players, hawalipi pesa ya kutosha. Sasa former player, tutaenda kumtoa tunamlipa na pesa gani?
Okay. I believe this is the last tweet we can pick if we can. We've run out of time here. But for you,
yes,
what do you want to be judged for at the end of it all when you're done with this?
I want Kenyans to know this. That we cannot be a big football nation without building the infrastructure of football. If a country has no roads, if a country has no schools, if a country has no hospitals, it cannot be improved and grow economically. In football, we are building the hospitals, we are building the schools and the roads at this moment. So we are doing the coaching, we are doing the referees, we are doing the youth. But we are also taking care of our national team better than before. Sasa hatuna areas za malipo. Hautasikia maneno, hakuna areas ya national teams. Secondly, hautasikia hoteli mtu ameenda ati mtu hakukula alifukuzwa kwa hoteli maneno kitambo utasikia. Secondly, hautasikia sijui ndege haikuchukua wachezaji, hiyo maneno ilikuja. Nikikuja hapa unakumbuka maneno ilikuwa hapa. So what we have done is organized it. Now we need help kutengeza hii infrastructure. Bila tunafanya. Na hii ligi, maana tumeleta trophy hapa leo, ni kuonyesha wa Kenya, just like other leagues in the world, we want our league to be number 1 in Africa. And with this, it's symbolic that we are heading there and we can do it. Yes.
We have a caller from Kisumu, Kenneth. Wacha tumsneak in kabla tufunge show. Kenneth, good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
Good, man. Go ahead with your comment or question.
Okay, my comment to the president.
Yes.
Stop blaming football clubs for not securing sponsorship.
Okay.
It's your role as the president of the FKF to assist clubs secure sponsorship.
Okay.
Talk to the government
yeah.
to give tax concessions to companies that take over clubs.
Yeah.
Saidia clubs, ongea na serikali. If, for example, breweries takes over Gor Mahia,
yeah,
at least tax yao inakuwa reduced.
Yeah.
So that one can trickle down even to the local leagues. Companies that are locally the counties can take over local clubs,
yeah,
because there will be tax concessions from the government.
Okay.
My second comment to the president.
Yeah.
Work on stadia. Talk to the government about stadia. Right now, we only have one stadium in Nairobi. All clubs are playing in that stadium, which is Ruaraka. So discuss with the government about stadia, because that is not your role.
Yeah.
So work on sponsorship for the clubs. Stop blaming clubs for not being able to secure sponsorship. Hiyo ni kazi yako president.
Okay.
Saidia clubs kupata sponsorship. Ongea na serikali, kampuni kichukua club, inapatiwa tax concession.
Okay. Sounds like a solid proposal. Thanks, Ken.
Jamaa anajua ball. Na mimi naheshimu sana kwa sababu anajua ball. But kuna maneno ya mpira hajui. My friend, today, any betting company that sponsors anything wanapata rebate already. The sponsors we have, BetKing for the BetKing Premier League, Betika for NSL, Odibet, wanapata rebate as I speak to you today.
Okay.
The money they spend with federations or football specifically, they get a tax rebate.
Okay.
All right, that's one. So that's already happening. When companies spend their money in sponsorship, they are already getting rebates. Of course, it needs to be opened up to all companies so that even your company, Royal Media, can do it.
Yeah.
That needs to be open. So that is one. And that has not caused people to go and take up clubs.
Okay.
I have told you these clubs are 18,000. All right? Do we even have enough companies who have football interest to take them over? The answer is no. All right? So wewe ukianza club, badala yeye kusema tuongee na government, solution inakuwa kwa private.
Yeah.
Wewe anza kufikiria utaweka car wash, utakuwa na matatu ngapi iendeshe hii club.
Okay.
Badala tuanze kutegemea nini? Hii pesa ndio imepeleka sasa timu yetu, team Kenya Tokyo. Haitoshi. Waziri ananiambia kila siku, this money haitoshi. Okay. All right? So tutoke hapo kwa maneno ya tukuja kwa stadium.
Yeah.
It's a good point to finish with.
Yeah.
So our Premier League inachezewa sasa Nakuru, ASK, Ruaraka, Thika and Bandari. And why? Kwa sababu Nyayo ilifungwa. Na Kasarani ilifanya nini? Government wakatuambia hii maneno ya Olympics ikiendelea, nyinyi mtafute mjipange mchezee mahali pengine. So what is the solution we have come up with? We have told our clubs, we don't need huge 50,000 seaters. Ukitengeza kiwanja kama Ruaraka vizuri, ikuwe na fans 5,000, we can play there. Ukiamsha Thika, ikuwe local, ikuwe na 5,000, we can play there. Ukiamsha Utalii, we can play there. We are looking for stadia like that, so every club ikuwe na stadium kado. Na tukaambia hivi vilabu zetu kubwa kama Gor Mahia na FC na hao wengine, kila mtu ajaribu apate nini? They are not perfect, but we are beginning. Ukiangalia Sofapaka wameenda undani. It's not perfect, but kuna local support. Ni kiwanja mzuri, ni mbali na Nairobi. Ukiangalia sasa Bukungu, tuko na club mbili zinafanya hapo. Soon, before you realize it, kila club kwa English Premier League itakuwa na home ground. Okay. Home ground ambayo itegemei nani? Government. Hii maneno ya kungojea Nyayo Stadium ifunguliwe saa zile hakuna siasa ama kuna madaraka day, my friend.
It's not sustainable. Let's bring up one tweet before as we close up on this. There's a tweet that's coming through. Jam Kulima says, enyewe, that trophy is unique and aesthetic. Kudos, President.
Hata wewe unakubali, Trevor. I think even you agree. I think even you agree.
Kwanza nilikuwa nafikiria ni dem.
Ni Masai.
Ni Masai.
So unaonanga Masai anapa.
Hebu acha msazumi na hapo.
Hebu zoom in kwa hii kitu.
Mimi naona machain, naona mabling hapa hivi. Naona
zoom in ule hajaona vizuri, aone lion vizuri.
Ache kitu vizuri.
Naone huyu Masai ako na mpaka rangi ya Masai.
Ni Masai.
Ni Masai proper. Na anapenda ball. Unaona vile ameshika hiyo mpira?
Yeah.
Anapenda ball sana.
Hii kala yake ni team dark skin kama yangu.
Yes.
Okay.
Unajua sasa lazima ukitengeza, unaweza kutengeza mzungu akakuwa Masai akakuwa ikaleta maneno. Okay? So it's a fantastic trophy.
Yeah.
The winner of the league will go away with it.
Yeah.
That's 5 million Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
It is not enough, but the trophy, I can tell you, in the world, it is one of the most unique.
24 karat,
so,
11 kgs.
Tufanye kitu pia, tunamalizana nayo. Tunafanya kitu mzuri, tunamalizana nayo. Even when we are tunaambiwa umetumia hii pesa, hiyo pesa niambiwa ningepatia wachezaji ama ningepatiana wapi. Na mbeleni walikuwa wananiambia aje ligi hata haina trophy. Hii ligi ya huyu mwendo wa ligi gani haina hata trophy. Sasa tumeleta trophy tunaambiwa tumetumia pesa
mengi.
Sasa nataka nikupatie gloves uirudishe.
11 kgs.
Yes. Wewe ushike gloves, you put it back.
24 karat.
Yes. Nimekuletea gloves zako.
Sasa wewe utanimaliza Nick.
Uvae urudishe 24 carats in its rightful place.
Haya.
You don't say that I came here and then I denied you an opportunity.
I think I'll be sending Jeff to Italy a bit more often. Remember, JKL is powered by Johnny Walker. Every sip of Johnny Walker is a different story. So some things stay the same for 200 years. From the perfect bottle, the beautiful elixir, and the taste. Made for Kenya from Scotland. Check the back label, look for the beer logo, and scan the QR code. Remember, excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, not for sale to persons under the age of 18 years. Now you're coming with me as we lift the 11 kg.
Usishike juu.
Tunashika chini.
Shike chini. Alafu you put it here.
Na nikingoa hii ndovu.
Huwezi ngoa hiyo. Hiyo tumeunda, usishike hapo, shika tu chini. Chini kabisa, hata hapa unaweza shika, hata unaweza shika.
There you go.
Pole, then utaileta. And we will put it slowly in its slot. The FKF, the Betking Premier League, the FKF Premier League trophy. There it goes. Alafu sasa utafunga.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So for the first time, you've seen it only here on Citizen TV and JKLIVE.
Yes.
This is the FKF Premier League new trophy.
Yes.
11 kgs, 24 karat.
80 centimeters tall.
80 centimeters. All right?
Funga sasa.
There you go. Sasa naweza enda nayo nyumbani.
Sasa ukifunga, inaweza rudishwa mahali pake kwa bank.
Brilliant. My name is Trevor Mbija. I've been sitting in for Jeff Koinange. See you next week. Jeff will be back. Special thanks to the entire team that made this possible. Now you know what the trophy looks like. Yula Nzale has been the sign language interpreter. Yula, how do you translate a trophy? Hivi. Ndio hiyo. Good night.
Sawa baba.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you so much.